Hello, the on delay timer is used to delay the output from turning on after the input has turned on. In this example, I have it set for 5 seconds. So how this works is if you turn the input on, the timer counts up to your preset time, and when it reaches the 5 seconds, it turns the output on. Now if you turn the input on and you remove it before the timer has counted up to the preset time, the output will not turn on and the timer is reset. One thing they tell you not to do is to not jump over the timer using a jump command or a return command. And they say if you do that, then the timer will continue counting in the background. So that is one thing I want to test by doing just that. So what I'm going to do, there's two ways to do that in Connected Components Workbench. One is the return function, which stops running the rest of the routine, and one is the jump command, which just jumps over to a set location. So I'll just put both of those in here. Turn jump, and I'm going to need a label jump. Want the jump command, I need to create a label. Yeah, right here. Jump to here. Now I have that. And label jump. So let's download this. So the return jump will stop running the rest of the routine, and the label jump will jump over the timer. And if I had any other logic, it would continue to run. So that's how those two differ. Yeah, so in the manual they say if you jump over it and you let the jump occur, if you have a timer set for 10 seconds and you jump over it for 30 seconds, then your internal timer is going to be at 30 instead of the 10. It's going to continue to run in the background. So let's make sure it works first. Goes up 5 seconds, my output turns on. Great. So now let's actually give myself a little more time here. Make this 10 seconds. And I'm gonna turn the input on, and I'm gonna toggle this bit while it's running. And yeah, the timer has stopped counting at 2.385. They say it's still running in the background, so yeah, actually let's leave that on and toggle that back off. And it's gotten to the 10 seconds. So let's do that again. Turn it on, toggle the jump, untoggle the jump, and it finishes counting. Yeah, so it is running in the background, but it doesn't seem to go above the 10. It just gets to the 10 in the background and then turns the output on when the logic is enabled again. Let's do the same thing with the jump, the label. So I'm going to jump over this section, so executing from here, jumping this, jumping to here, gets to about 4 seconds, toggle the jump again, and it's at the 10. So it works the same way or it seems to work the same way with both methods of jumping over the timer. Alright. One last thing is, this is the internal timer. But yeah, so it's not you can't, it lets me write to the value, but it's going to overwrite it as soon as I disable the jump, and it's going to set it to the 10 seconds. So I don't think it's actually going over. It might be counting it over, but it just resets to 10 seconds once the logic is enabled again. I have seen it where it does keep counting on forever, and you never get to the 10 seconds. It just, well, you get past the 10 seconds, and then the output doesn't turn on. But that's not how this is working. So I was just curious about that. Again, the timer on delay, all it does is delays the output from turning on after the input has turned on. And if the input goes away before the timer has had enough time to turn on the output, the whole thing resets. And that is the on delay timer.